my nephew, Karim. The doctor told us that he has asthma. They were quite bad. They were using chemicals, so Karim suddenly started getting worse. My name is Hisham Jaber. I'm the founder of Healthy Home and IEQ Technologies.
Like two guys who don't know anything about health.
There's a lot of people who claim to be healthy. It's not only what you eat, it's not only fitness or exercising. We also like to include mental health into the mix and your indoor environment.
Very under-marketed in your brand. Like I've used your brand and I love it.
Our closest competition is half our size.
What is the number one threat to your health?
We had COVID, yes. We breathe 11,000 liters of air every day. Indoor air is 2 to 5 times worse than the outdoor air.
Your team said I had perfect air quality in my home. If you had to do it over again,
I wouldn't do it differently. I would do it much more aggressively.
what is stopping you from penetrating the market?
You go to the doctor for your checkups. You go to the dentist for your checkups. Why wouldn't you do the same thing for your home?
Hi, Hisham.
Hi, Naila.
How are you?
Excellent.
Thank you for joining me in Those Who Wonder. And I'm honestly extremely excited for this conversation.
Thank you so much.
Because you're one of those who have had a very interesting experience and one of the earliest guys who have founded something that is amazing. That is something that I'm going to let you speak, but something that I think is really interesting these days because it's considered something that is in the field of health. And I'm very interested in it. And so I would love for you to introduce yourself.
Yes.
I'm not going to do this for you. And so what do you do today?
My name is Hisham Jaber. I'm the founder of Healthy Home and IEQ Technologies.
Great. Very brief.
Yes.
Okay, so Hisham, I want to know a little bit about your path and your journey and your experience. So I want to know, so I really focus on people who have done something else in their life and have quit to do something completely different. So this is, I think, a new industry for you when you started it, right? So if you can tell me what you were doing before, how did you transition? Why did you leave your job? And
okay, multiple questions into one. Okay, so historically I've been in the consumer world business, primarily FMCG and electronics and telecommunications. So I was a pure corporate guy handling marketing, go-to-market strategies primarily. So that's around 20 years of experience. Back in 2013, my nephew, Karim, the doctor told us that he has asthma and due to dust mites and house impurities and so on. So we didn't have any clue about that at that time. So we researched a little bit. We figured out that this industry exists of taking care of your indoor environment, and we had no clue about it. We called a few companies in. They were quite bad. They were using chemicals. So Karim suddenly started getting worse. And then we thought that, okay, there's a room here. There's a room to create something for homes with a premium service offering, and this is how Healthy Home was created. So back in 2013, we started it as a side business. We were hustling with our own jobs, working after hours on weekends. I never had a Saturday, for example, for a good 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And then bit by bit, we started growing this company up until where we are now. So we can talk about it a little bit more as we go in the process. But this is the story. It was a personal family history with Karim, yes.
Okay, so two things here. So one, did you ever think about leaving your job in all cases, or was this something that just like kind of came into your life and you jumped on the opportunity?
Good question. So no, I never thought of leaving my job. I was always a corporate guy. I wanted to, push. No, it just came. It was something nice. We're doing something different. We're helping people improve their lives and so on. But then, at a certain point in time, my brother, who's also the co-founder, left his job end of 2017, and things kept on growing ever since. In 2018, 2019, I was having some personal issues and some work issues professionally as well. So I reached burnout mode, and this is where I started thinking maybe corporate's not good for me. Come 2019, I decided to leave. And at that time, so I had something ready. Healthy Home was doing very well. It was primarily with my brother. I was helping out a lot on marketing and growth and business development, but not fully there. And I said to myself, why not take a year, relax, grow the business in specific ways, and then figure out what I'm going to do next.
It's amazing. I mean, it's all self-made, right? So it's not like something came into your lap and you're like, let's take the opportunity. I have, financial freedom. I'm going to leave my job. So the story is really impressive. Like 4 or 5 years of working 2 jobs, basically,
Yes.
And trying to grow this business. And I would love to know what. So you talked about marketing. So what do you do versus your brother?
Okay.
And do you have any other partners? So how did this come about? Like 2 guys who don't know anything about health, So what happened? How did you do your first move, or your first step?
Nice question. So we self-taught ourselves. So that's the nicest thing. So we're complete outsiders to the industry. The industry is indoor environmental quality. Some people call it facility management. Some people simply call it cleaning. No, but the real industry is called indoor environmental quality, which means taking care of your indoor quality, primarily air, water, surfaces. So we had no clue about it. What I knew was consumer mindset, consumer psychology, how to give a premium offering, how to go to the market, these kind of things. So this is my background. My brother's background is engineering. He's very good in processes and finance and financial planning and so on. So we self-taught ourselves all of that. For me specifically, it was all about digital transformation. I didn't have any clue about it. I was a dinosaur at that time. Traditional business, traditional
Outdoor
marketeer.
marketing.
Yes,
Traditional
marketeer. I self-taught myself. I went and did courses with INSEAD. I learned a lot to be able to sit and actually understand what the agencies were telling us. So that's self-learning for me. For my brother, he handled all the operational side and the financial side and financial planning, and he learned as well. And this is what made the mix actually working. So the mix works because we are outsiders. We're treating it as a brand that gives a good quality service with wellness positioning and with a wellness story that improves lives.
Interesting. How's your nephew today?
My nephew is doing fantastically well. Yes.
Because of the healthy home.
Listen, it's a lifestyle. And that's what we always say. There's a lot of people who claim to be healthy and into health and into wellness. It's a mix. It's not only what you eat. It's not only fitness or exercising. It's not only yoga or Pilates or these kind of things. We also like to include mental health into the mix and your indoor environment. So we believe in these four pillars. Of course, keep aside medical, nutrition, fitness, mental health, and indoor environmental quality, which makes up of 3. There's a number of elements or divisions within that, but the 3 main ones that we focus on are air, water, and surfaces. Some people look at the lighting, some people look at the sound, but we focus on these 3.
So are you as well including these kind of wellness as educational content pieces in your platforms? Or so you said nutrition, you said a lot of other things.
Yes.
So do you also englobe these into what you offer?
Yes. We have been trying to build a little ecosystem that's based on awareness building. So we do a lot on education. And since we are subject experts in indoor environmental quality, we don't claim that we're experts in nutrition or fitness or asthma or allergies. So this is the basis of our partnerships. So we do work with a lot of brands, leader brands and their categories that offer these services or these products for clients. And that's how we are building this ecosystem. So we're building an ecosystem for home and personal wellness. Via the help of our partners and subject experts. We work a lot with doctors, we work a lot with pediatricians, we work a lot with schools, nurseries. So we have built this nice ecosystem that is saying the right things about what we call holistic wellness, which is a combination of all these.
I love this. It's very rare to see these days. And I think I'm giving you a tip here on your marketing, that this is very under marketed in your brand. Like, I've used your brand and I love it. And the first time I learned about your company was actually maybe 7 years ago. And it was about furniture cleaning, healthy air, etc. And I was really impressed. Like, it's not something that other companies today, healthy companies, or whoever is coming to your home, cleaning your air condition, etc. They just come here, they do their job, and they leave. And I've never had any kind of education around the healthy air. Maybe I wasn't curious enough, right, to understand or to ask or etc. Plus, I lived in another country, so Dubai specifically. And I would love to ask you about that. In Dubai specifically, what's the main actually factor that you want to focus on? There is a holistic factor in everyday's life, in every country, in every city. But in Dubai specifically, what is the number one, let's say, threat to your health that you are trying to tackle?
Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about the first part of your question. Are we under-marketed? Maybe yes. Is it a very big topic? Yes, as well. I forgot to mention in the beginning, and that's why I'm still here and didn't go back to corporate. We had COVID, yes.
Yes.
So COVID boosted everything and excelled our business like nothing. And we kept on pushing that for around 3 years. So from 2020. From 2020 to 2023, we had the COVID season where we were one of the pioneers in the industry, and because we were doing that from before. So nobody was talking sanitization, nobody was talking air control, nobody talking about air quality before that. So we were in that field. Now, what you see today is an outcome of COVID, but before that, it was very tough to build awareness. Again, you're trying to change the mindset of people from reactive to proactive, and then you're adding to it an element of health and wellness, which is a very hard sell. So we work a lot with opinion leaders, we work a lot with subject experts. We try to build that association. I think we're getting there, but we're at the infancy of the, I'm not sure if I want to call it trend or not. We're at the infancy of that. Eventually it will come. More and more people are aware of the association of their indoor environment. It's not only homes, it's where you live, where you spend time, your offices, having an air purifier, taking care of your AC systems. It goes beyond that, and it goes beyond the chemicals and the stuff that you use at home. So there's a whole movement out there. Again, general stats that are de facto wherever you are in the world. We breathe 11,000 liters of air every day. Yeah. So if you think that you should drink 3 liters of water or 2 liters of water a day, we breathe 11,000 liters of air a day. How is that air? This is up to the question. And the second piece of statistic is the indoor air is 2 to 5 times worse than the outdoor air.
Really? Like the air-conditioned air?
Yes. Air-conditioned inside home because of lack of circulation. So even if you're living in Sweden, where the air is fantastic, for example, the indoor air is 2 to 5 times worse than the outdoor air because of the circulation, because the emission from the material, because of different stuff at home, because of the cleaning detergents that we use at home, because of deodorant, the VOCs. So we usually look at particulate matter, VOCs, CO2, these kind of variables that you look at home. But if I need to focus, I would focus on air. Air is very critical in Dubai and the region and GCC overall because of the AC. So now you have the element of the AC, which is on. In my case, I turn it on 90% of my time at home and then 100% of our times at the office. Which leaves us with this dilemma that are we working enough on air? Are we controlling the AC system? Do we have proper air purification, whether in the AC, whether standalone? There's a lot of new technologies there. Do we have a reader? Because it all starts with understanding, and the first point is understanding your air quality, and then from there you start the correction process.
Your team said I had perfect air quality in my home.
That's good. That's good.
That's very lucky. I think it's a big subject that
Yes.
a lot of people don't understand. Like you said, so understanding one, do you have good air quality? What does it mean to have good air quality? The water as well, obviously in the city, in this country in general, is something to keep in mind. You know, for showering, for cleaning, etc. So I think it's the educational part is very
Yes.
important, and
Yes.
I love that we're speaking about this. And I think we'll do another podcast as well for this because we don't have a lot of time. But I wanted to know your mental journey as well. So you had a burnout. You had at some point you decided to leave, etc.
Yes.
So I want to understand a little bit of what it takes for a person that has nothing to do with owning a business, creating a business, leading. You will tell me the number of employees.
500 now.
500
We're close to
employees.
500, yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you obviously did lead, if you did lead a team of like, say, 10, 20, it's something else, right? It's you're thinking about salaries of people, their lives, leading as a person, and you're also struggling, you said, on a personal level. You have to keep these at home and come and lead with your personality. We think so. Did you get? I know a lot of questions are in my questions. Did you get help, therapy, coaching? Did you do it yourself? How did you become the leader, let's say, that you are today?
Okay. Initially, yes, I went through a burnout. Getting out of that burnout, I had to use a life coach, which simplified things for me. I was mixing a lot of things for myself. I had a lot of expectations from myself, but sometimes you cannot control everything. So the first thing I learned out of that is that whatever I cannot control, I shouldn't over worry about it, and that's something that I live with until now. So that's one. How do I manage all this responsibility? I always had large teams, to be fair, but I didn't have. PNL was not for me. Yeah. PNL was coming from a budget somehow, somewhere.
You are there for 9 to 5. You leave, you go home, you disconnect.
Yes, 9 to 5. Salaries are coming. Everything's there. There's no risk. There's no responsibility of having these families. Again, once you own your business, it's a different discussions. You come up with all the family. Sometimes we have a lot of issues with our employees' families and so on. So there's a lot of weight that comes into it because you're more open, you have less boundaries versus multinationals. People come and open up to you, especially people who were with us from the beginning. So you get exposed to a lot of stuff. Now, how do I manage that? I think funny enough, I get a lot of questions like this. I think my best trick or my best solution for this is whatever I cannot control, I just don't make it
a big deal.
A big deal for me.
Yeah.
I just don't make it a big deal.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time trying to release tension. I don't take anything with me home. I rarely do. But you do work a lot. As an entrepreneur, you do work a lot. So that affects your personal life. That affects your hobbies and stuff like this. Because you don't have a specific time where you switch on, switch off. You're switched on all the time, but you don't feel bad about it.
Yeah. So mentally you're comfortable.
Mentally you're comfortable.
Yeah.
You're spending something towards a direction, towards an ambition that we have. Again, what we're doing is also a movement. We're trying to help people live better. So and this is something we're very proud of. Maybe I should control my time a little bit better. I spend a lot of hours on work. But overall, I think I'm managing well.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think I'm managing well.
So you're married now, you have a kid, right? So
Yes.
I want to know about people in your life.
Yes.
So you obviously spend a lot of time with your brother. So
Yes.
that's fine
Yes.
because of the business, right? But did your family take more of a priority today on work? Did it change the way you do things in your business?
See, definitely you have to, because the whole support comes from the family. I mean, this is my starting point for me, even for my team. Whenever there's a family issue, that comes at first. I mean, business come and go. Sometimes you think that things are urgent, but they're not really urgent, but family comes first. So that's the starting position for me. Am I spending a lot of time with them? In case I'm not, I make it up. So let's put it this way. So the balance, yes. Now I'm trying to make more time. I have a newborn, 6-month-old. So I'm trying to spend more time with him. So I have my morning slot with him because I miss him at night.
That's lovely.
So I wake up early, spend a good half an hour, 1 hour with him in the morning so I can get the connection. And on the weekend, as much as possible, we spend quality time together, both him and my wife as well. So yeah, no, you have to make time. I mean, it's a balance. It's a balance.
And has it always been easy for you to balance things in your life since the start?
No. I think I'm putting more weight on family time. I'm putting more weight on the things that make me feel better, even if it means sitting at home and watching Netflix. Yeah, a lot of time I just say no to going out and stuff because I want to wind down and cool down and just do nothing. Depends what it is. But no, I'm learning how to control things, and I think in COVID a lot of people move to that. Cutting down on their wide friendships and outings and all that. So I think I'm managing well. I think
you are as well.
Yes.
All right.
I'm self-assessing myself as well, whether I'm doing the right job. Maybe we should get my wife here too.
I think we should hear the two sides of the stories, right? Like you're like, I'm balancing well, and your wife's going crazy. Like, I don't see you. No, it's honestly, it's very difficult, and I want to understand. So, if you had an advice to give for someone who's thinking of creating a business, it's obviously very different. You could be creating, you could be opening a store, you could be opening a multi-million company, so it's very different, but it's definitely going to consume a lot of your time and energy. So you were doing this half, right?
Yes.
So you had your job and then you had your business. If you had to do it over again, would you leave your job earlier, or would you advise, like, was it a financial decision not to leave it, or what was the reason for not leaving for so many years?
No. Would I leave earlier? No, I wouldn't. I think I matured, and I left at the right maturity level. Again, the business changed completely after COVID. Before COVID, it wasn't what we thought it can be. So after COVID, things changed a little bit, and that's why I decided to stay. So no, I wouldn't do it differently. I would do it much more aggressively before. And these are the things that we're learning now, aggressively in terms of consolidation, in terms of more bigger. We've been bootstrapped since the beginning.
Wow, that's amazing.
So 11 years of bootstrapping, just reinvesting. Maybe at a certain point in time, we should have doubled down, got a strategic partner, and then push things forward. But no, in terms of timing, no, I think I left at the right time, because now I don't have regrets. Every now and then I used to say, okay, should I go back to corporate? Should I go back to something big or more responsibilities? Because I was doing the region. I mean, I was covering a large region with a large team, with a large responsibility. And now I'm like, no, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with the space. I'm happy with what we're trying to build. There's so much potential and upside. We're still scratching the surface here. So no, I wouldn't do it differently, because I think if I had left earlier, then I would still might be thinking of, I want to do something else. I want to go back. I want to stay. I think it was a good time for me. It was
amazing.
A good time.
So you said you were scratching the surface. So
Yes.
I want to know, do you have big plans? Obviously you do. It's a big company, but do you have bigger plans? So do you have anything around expanding, maybe globally or even locally? Like, do you have something in your mind that you have to tackle in the wellness and health industry?
We're scratching the surface, yes. So we're scratching the surface, yes, we are. Potential is ridiculous, and that's the problem. You sit with consultants or people who have a consultancy background. They give you these weird numbers of market sizing and opportunities and different stuff. So there's so much that can be done in different verticals, in different places, and different channels. So it's a game of focus on where do you want to play and where we're going to go big. We currently operate in UAE, Saudi, and Kuwait. we were primarily focused on B2C, residential. So we serviced around 61,000 clients so far. And we had around 20 to 25% in commercial. The next game is going commercial, and we started doing that. Yeah, so tying up with big developers, tying up with owner association, taking whole communities, and starting from that part, because this is a little bit easier for us than targeting direct clients. So now we're talking with clients directly, and we're talking with large residential complexes or buildings or towers or stuff like that. Do I want to go global? Yes. We had so many franchise requests coming our way. We learned our lessons in Saudi and Kuwait, so now we're ready to scale. So we're at the point where you're ready to scale. You've been through around the block a few times. Whether I would do it by myself now, no. I still think there's a lot of potential here, a lot of potential, rather than defocusing somewhere else. But we're always open. We're always open.
So by yourself, meaning you want to bring in partners or investors?
No, I mean, if you ask me now, go and open up. We have a 5-year plan that includes a few countries, by the way, in the pipeline. But if you tell me now, let's go open in the UK, for example, even though it's a fantastic opportunity, I would say we can still do a lot in UAE, in Saudi, in the region. There's still so much potential in the region. It's a hot topic. People are more aware about health and wellness. The turning point will come. Again, that's why I always say we're still at the infancy. The turning point will come. The technology is coming our way. I see a future where, same way we have wearables, you'll have every house having some sort of a device that tells you your house statistics, your air quality statistics. They exist, but the penetration is 0.000. So that will eventually come. And then you need service companies and solutions and stuff like that to support that.
So your part of your plan is the focus, as you said.
Yes.
And you focused a lot on the health and the quality of your home. And I love these ideas. I know it's like, snippets of what you want to do. And you talked about being more aggressive.
Yes.
I think today, probably what would stop you is either financial or the lack of availability of these technologies. So I want to ask, like today, you've been here since 2013. It's quite a long time.
Yes.
So what is stopping you from penetrating the market and the different areas that you talked about?
Excellent question.
Thanks.
So today we lead the market. Yes. Today we lead the market in what we call standalone residential provider. Yeah. My closest competition, so we have around 500 in the group. Our closest competition is half our size in terms of headcount.
Yeah.
So that's on the residential aspect. On the commercial aspect, you have big facility management companies, which have 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people, but these are not skilled people. So when we look at ourselves, we are skilled, trained, certified entity. Scaling up is not the easiest. Because you're talking about a service ran by humans, which needs to be trained, which needs to be audited, which needs to be certified. So on the scaling part, we are on the supply part. So for example, now we have a supply issue in our headcount. We are looking at starting an academy externally, and where we usually pool our employees from Asia. So we're looking at starting an academy to solve the supply issue. On the demand issue, we don't have a big problem because all the macroeconomics are with us. So growth in real estate, growth in wellness, growth in hygiene. I mean, all the macros are to our favor. What we need is a strategic partner to give us big blocks of clients because we're ready to consume big blocks of clients now. And this is why we're going to commercial and we're taking communities and we're taking buildings. Like a tower in DFC is 400 or 500 apartments. So these are the kind of things we're trying to crack at source with owner associations, with building management, because we build our name in the market. So now we're taking it to the next level. So we go back to what stops us. two primary things. I think we have the penetration, but it's still very minimal because people confuse maintenance with taking care of their home.
Yeah.
Things don't need to break for you to call somebody. So this is a
100%, yeah.
core education that we're trying to build. That's one side. The second side is the frequency, how often you should do it. And that's what we always say. You go to the doctor for your checkups, you go to the dentist for your checkups. You should do the same thing for your home. Why wouldn't you do the same thing for your home? It's where you spend 90% of your time. It's where you and your family live. Why don't you take care of your home?
And why don't they? Do you know?
I have no clue. Honestly, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Definitely, there's a lot of awareness to be put into that, and awareness is a big budget. We work with the legislators as well to share that awareness. I think.
Could it be financial? Like people, Dubai is a very expensive city, and it's already. I feel like it's related, right? The education and the financial, because you would pay a lot of money for health, like your actual health, but for some reason people find it maybe too expensive.
I completely disagree with that, Naila.
Yeah.
Everything's becoming expensive, but you have to pick and choose. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So you're paying for your gym membership, you're paying for your class, you're paying for your healthier meals. Everything is getting expensive. But when it comes, and this is what we're seeing, which is a little bit annoying for me or not pleasant for me. When you come to think about your home, no, you want to save up there. Take a budget of what you call wellness or health. Whatever you decide to split that budget. Whatever you decide to spend that budget, and include your indoor environment on it. Whether it means an air purifier, whether it means a proper AC cleaning, whether it means proper taking care of your furniture against dust mite or what have you. Yeah. Whether buying safer solutions rather than harsh chemicals for your homes. Invest X amount into that. It should be part of that mix. Unfortunately, now it's not being part of the mix. And this is that we're trying to say. You need to embed. If you're really into health and wellness, you need to look at your home.
Honestly, I hope I have millions of followers because this is a very big topic for me as well. Health in general. I'm working on a product as well for health, and I think that a lot of people are getting more healthy, but they have the wrong perception of health sometimes. I'm the viral thing about like aloe, Pilates, matcha, all these things. Yes. What you eat is important. Nutrition, number one, comes into, it's whatever is in your body. But as you said, like the air you breathe, sometimes you don't even know where your chronic diseases are coming from, and a lot of it is in the air you were breathing, the water you're, what you're showering with, what you're drinking, and that's why I talked about this awareness bit and the marketing. But it's super important, and I love what you're doing, and I hope you do more of it and educate a lot.
Thank you. It's tough, Naila. Listen, it's really tough because you have so many different avenues. I mean, you can talk about water bottles, plastic. You can talk about you can talk about EMF and all the Wi-Fi radiation. You can talk about so many things. Once you start looking at your home, I mean, probably we do 10-20% of the available stuff, but we're trying to build this ecosystem with our partners, with our thinking, with our awareness building. But there's so much to be done, and each case is different. And that's what we're saying. Look at your home. Look at the sun that goes into your home. Do you have enough ventilation? Do you have enough sun going in? Do you have are you turning on, for example, if you turn on all your electric plugs, it emits EMF at home. Look at all these little things. There's so much stuff going on there. So much.
That's true. So the potential is huge. Yes. And I really love what you're doing. It's very impactful. And I think one of the things I as well always ask, and after a decade of being in the business, after all of the things that you've been through, if you had to do this all over again or create another company, right, and start from scratch and learn something new, a new industry, would you do it again?
I would definitely do it again. Definitely do it again. The only reason where we're not scaling as fast as possible and come to the potential is the human factor and our commitment to quality, because these go hand in hand. Yeah, you can recruit and push it. So no, definitely I would do it again. Definitely. I would do it more aggressively, like what I spoke before, fast track, a little bit harder. But again, the reason why we're doing it like this, why we did it like this, is where we are now. We're financially stable. We snowballed our business. We didn't take steps that needed funding. We didn't get institutional investors. So I'm actually very happy with our story where it is. Now we're at an intersection where we can take it to the next level very aggressively. And this is what we're working on.
Okay, I can't wait. So we're almost out of time, but there's something I do in every episode.
Yes.
And you haven't touched a lot on the let's say emotional part of things, but there's a deck of cards in front of you, and I would love for you to take it, shuffle a little bit.
Sure.
And it's from Esther Perel. She's a psychotherapist that I really love. She created this to actually start conversations.
Okay.
During COVID.
Okay.
It's called Where Should We Begin?
Yes.
And you're just going to pick a random one. I don't even know what's there. And let's see if it's going to be interesting.
Okay. I haven't told anyone how I feel about. Good question. Okay. So this needs to be personal?
Anything. Something, you're going to tell a secret to the world.
It's not really a secret, but let me just, I have a few things on my mind. No, lately I feel so blessed with what we have, and something that, again, appreciation, the opportunities that I have, the loving family that I have, and then I think we spend a lot of time being harsh on ourselves, wanting to do more and more and more and more. And lately I'm very appreciative of everything that I've been exposed to. And then we need to stop being harsh on ourselves. I think in lately, maybe I'm repeating lately a lot.
Right, that's good. That's lately.
Yeah, we've been pushing ourselves a lot. I want to be better in this. I want to be better in this. I want to be better in my career, better in my health. And sometimes it's good to just stop and relax, appreciate what we have, and be thankful. And this is how I've been feeling for a good couple of weeks now. And then I'm in a good space. I'm happy. You don't need to always push. You don't need to always push across everything in your life.
It's amazing. It's good to remember
Yes.
sometimes what you have, the blessings, and to be grateful for them.
Yes.
You lit up actually when you answered this question. I love it.
Because it's true, Naila. It's true, and I've been saying this with Mona, my wife.
Yeah.
That we're blessed. We're really blessed, and we don't have to push all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes this level is enough. Whether it's financial, whether it's work, whether it's friends, it's
enough.
It's good to be content with what you have.
I love this. It's a good ending to this episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naila.
Can't wait for what's coming.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you.